1%. And so to begin, I want to start with a couple of statistics. So 78% of people live paycheck to paycheck. I heard that statistic recently. Another one is 40% of people own zero stocks. They don't own anything in the stock market. And so I'm curious, for that person that they're listening to this and they resonate with it.
Mhm.
And so they let's say even that they're starting that journey of trying to fix their broken beliefs. But when it comes to money specifically and building wealth, I just think that step one is so important. Because once you do step one, once you just make that first movement in the right direction, you start to build momentum.
Mhm.
And then it starts to get easier. And then some of those beliefs and your identity and all the things that we spoke about earlier, they start to shift with that momentum. And so to that person that's living paycheck to paycheck, who doesn't invest, doesn't own any stocks, what is step one on their wealth journey?
First thing is, I don't think people live paycheck to paycheck. I think they just spend paycheck to paycheck.
Okay.
So that's the first thing is how about we just change the story? You don't live paycheck to paycheck. You're not behind financially. You're exactly where you need to be. Then it's, what's your number? Like, what do you want? How much do you want coming in every single month, right? And again, you don't have to be a billionaire. What brings you ease? Every month, if I had this coming in, I would be okay, right? Because you need a destination. We can't sit and build a roadmap if we don't know where we're going. If I put in right now on Google Maps or MapQuest the destination of where I want to go, the first thing I have to do is know the exact address. If you don't have the exact address, it won't give you the route to take you there. But once you know the exact address, your destination, it will build a roadmap for you. Even if you turn left when you should turn right, it'll reroute you back to still where you're trying to go. The problem is we don't know where we're going. So where are you going? What do you want? What does it look like? Where are you living? Where are you traveling? What is your circle like? And it's like, put yourself into a space of creating that script to the movie that you want to live. Get really, really clear on that. So what is your number? And you have to really think about that. And again, not billions of dollars, but for financial ease. The second thing is, the third thing. The next thing you would do, I would say, I don't care who you are, you need a brokerage account. Like, a brokerage account is the easiest way to put as much money as you in it, or as little money as possible to be able to own a piece of a company. The only way to truly build wealth is to invest in your own idea or somebody else's idea. Wealth, sustainable, pass it down, give it to your kids, financial ease. You cannot just have a job. That is a way of life that may have worked for our parents, and that's fine. The world is different now. You have to understand your money has to work for you. You wake up, you get paid. You give all your money away. You pay your cell phone bill, you pay your car note, you go out shopping, you go to the bar, you buy food, you take care of your kids, you take care of everybody, and you wonder why you don't have money. It's because you made them a priority first before you. Then we can go to therapy to figure out, why don't you matter? When I started to pay Ashley first, it was as if I was training the universe and the world to say that I mattered. Even when I was going through an eviction, I was investing $10, but I still was worth paying myself. And so you get your brokerage account, which is a simple account. You can use Fidelity, Vanguard, Charles Schwab, E-Trade. Open an individual brokerage account. Pick a number every 2 weeks that you want to set aside for you. You don't pick 10% of the money you make, because that's what they say on the internet. You pick what's comfortable for you. So take a second and think about, what can I set aside every month or every 2 weeks that I know it pushes me, but I feel okay. It's not making my bank account negative. Whatever number pops up, you cut it in half. I don't care how small it is or how embarrassed you are. I always tell people, don't be embarrassed for starting small. Be embarrassed for not starting at all. Pick a number. And if it's $10, you don't want $10 every 2 weeks, give it to me. I will take $10 every 2 weeks, because a whole lot of $10 can add up to something. We get so caught up in what we don't have today, wishing we would have learned about this a long time ago. But I remember leaving Wall Street, July 12th, 2013. Years later, it felt like yesterday I just left Wall Street. 5 years is going to come in a matter of time. So it's like, are we going to sit here and say we're sitting here talking ourselves out of our own greatness, making excuses, and then 5 years from now still being frustrated, robbing the same Peter and the same Paul, living the same paycheck to paycheck because you were embarrassed for not starting small? So, and that's the one thing also with wealthy people, they don't get rich quick. They're not traders. Some of their money is what trading equivalent on Wall Street is like a hedge fund. Portion of their money is traded, but not all of it. Like, and we have this, I have to make money quick because I'm so behind. No, you have to do what you can with what you have and build so that it always can sustain itself. Being rich is having a lot of money right now. Being wealthy is having money generation after generation, where your kids are set. I want that money because I've had money and I've lost it. I want to make sure it never runs out. And that is why, like the Rockefellers or the Walton family can sustain wealth, because they're not just trying to get rich quick and have a lot of money. They want to make sure it lasts forever. That is what we need to think about in our family. And that is not something that is taught, that is caught. You have to be willing to say, I am the person in my family that is going to change our financial legacy. It is my job. I don't care how hard it is. I'm worthy of doing it. I'm the only one who's going to do it. And I'm going to do whatever I got to do to get it done. And I'm going to trust that it's going to work out. So you get your brokerage account, you pick your number. The next thing I would say do is make a list of where you spend money and where you give your time. So from the toothpaste you use, to the soap you use, the car you drive, the clothes you wear, the apps you use, the social media platforms, there's a 10 out of 10 chance that a lot of the companies you use are billion-dollar businesses that are publicly traded on the stock market. While you don't have to start a business, you can own a piece of a business by buying stock in a company. When you buy stock in a company, it's like having a slice of a pizza pie. You can buy as many slices as you want of a pizza, which is a stock, which is a company. I just need you to get one. If you're going to give your money to trillion-dollar businesses that became trillion-dollar businesses because you're their customer, why don't you want to own a piece of it? Why? Like, you have companies like Amazon. I bought a shower cap on Amazon the other day. Like, Amazon was not that 10 years ago, but they are today. And they are because I'm consistently spending my money. And I got Amazon Prime. Or Apple or whatever. And I'm not saying people go out and buy these stocks, but it's like, you can't get mad at America for having money when you are the reason they have money. You value your spending more than you value your ownership. The difference is wealthy people value ownership more than they value spending and consumption. And that is a complete mental shift. If I taught a class right now teaching people how to spend money, nobody's coming. They're not coming because we've mastered that. But we question, can I come invest? Can I do this? Or I'm behind. It's a lot. It's too hard. And we get so caught up in our day. So those are the things that I would say. And once you make that list, you want to look up the company on Google, type in the company name and stock. If a chart pops up, and that means it's a publicly traded company. That price on the screen is what it costs to own a piece of a company. You have some of the trillion-dollar businesses that exist today that are less than $200. And I guarantee you gave them more than $200 or hours and hours of your time, which led them to be a trillion-dollar business. And then forget trillion, you got billion-dollar businesses. But either way, we have to shift how we think. We're so caught up in the day, I'm behind. You keep thinking about behind, you never can see what's in front of you. And at this point in the economy, it's about time we learn how to invest. There's going to be another president. Laws are going to change. The Fed is lower interest rate. Now's the time. Like, the best time was yesterday. The next best time is today. We have to do something because, again, I don't want people to look up 5 years from now. I wish I would have went to the Amplify class. I wish I would have. We're so busy wishing, but we're not doing. And I think that is one of the major differences with the people I saw on Wall Street. Building wealth was a priority. It was non-negotiable. Like, and I understand because that's how I feel. My family is going to be set for the rest of their life because my father did it when he passed away, and Ashley Marie Fox is going to do it. And guess what? If I decide to have kids, my kids are going to do it because I've created something now. Not just passing down money, but passing down habits, passing down mindset shifts. And that's what we have to cultivate. And it's very hard to do, but it's possible for us to get it done.
You know what you said? You said building wealth must be a priority.
Mhm.
You know, I just want to make it so real for people because even as you're speaking, I can hear the excuses, and I love what you said about starting small, because I can even hear one of the excuses being like, oh, what is $10 going to
Yep.
do? Or even where we're at right now in the economy. Oh, I hear on the news that we might go into a recession or there's an election coming. Like, we come up with so many excuses to delay the action. Oh, it's not a good time to invest in the stock market right now. Can you share some success stories or examples of people that have started investing small? I don't know if it's $10, $15, $20 a month, and what that has led to.
Mm.
Because I just really want to make it real for people, because I think sometimes you hear invest $10, and because of where our mindset is and because we tend to think short term, it's like, what is $10 going to do? But then you hear these stories of people that did that over a number of months, years, and where they ended up.